Hey everyone, it's Brandon from Top10Gamer.com, and today we're going to take a look at my short list, the top 10 gaming monitors for 2015. Now, I know we're not that far into 2015, but in the last part of 2014, so much changed in the monitor market that I feel like I really needed to address this issue. We have a ton of new G-Sync monitors, 144 hertz monitors. We have a VA panel that can do up to 240 hertz. We just have a ton of new topics. Now, if you're not familiar with G-Sync, FreeSync, Adaptive V-Sync, check out my video right here as a kind of a lead up to this one. But in getting to these top 10 monitors, I wrote a write-up on our homepage that I'd like you to go take a look at. And in that, I have a table that compares all the stats for these monitors, as well as an interactive poll where you guys can go and vote on your favorite. Now let's get to the top 10. Now starting off is the most expensive monitor of this group. It's the ASUS Swift ROG monitor. Now if you're familiar with their motherboards, ASUS's ROG series is very expensive, and for about $800 to $900 you can own this dream monitor. What do I mean by dream? Well, it's got a 1 ms G to G response time. It has under 3 ms of input lag, so basically it's as responsive as it can get. It's a 144 hertz monitor and it's G-Sync compatible. So putting all of this together, it just looks amazing. So, you know, if you have the money, you go with something like this, but you're also going to need the graphics card to support driving your games at 1440p. Overall, an unbelievable monitor, and at $800, it better be. In number 2, we have the Acer XB280HK. This is a 4K gaming monitor that's G-Sync compatible, only 60 hertz refresh rate, but you know, if you're ready and have the graphics card to power games in 4K, why not, right? Go ahead and move up to the next level. It'll give you a lot more screen real estate, and for about $800, you can own it. Okay, the next monitor on our list is the Azoforus FG2421. Now this monitor is a little unconventional in terms of things that you've seen before. That doesn't mean it's bad. It uses a VA panel rather than a TA panel. What that means is a better overall experience in terms of your panel. You're going to get a super high contrast ratio. In fact, TFT Central said that the contrast, now static contrast ratio, so like real contrast ratio of this monitor, is 5,000 to 1. You're going to have super deep blacks. Really blacks that you can't get on a TN quality panel. So pretty cool monitor. In addition, it can drive at 120 hertz, or it has a mode called Turbo 240 that allows you to put it in 240 hertz. Overall, pretty cool monitor. Has about an 8 ms response time from gray to gray, and under 10 ms of input lag, but very playable for any kind of Twitch sensitive game like an FPS game, and just beautiful pictures. So if you're willing to spend $600 and you need something that's semi-color accurate, I'm talking to you content producers, then consider this one. The next monitor on our list is a very practical gaming type of monitor, and probably the first monitor that I'd recommend for competitive gaming in 144 hertz using G-Sync. It's the BenQ XL2420G. At about $500, it's pretty expensive, but if you consider it versus other G-Sync options on the market, it's right in line with what they are. Now, of course, with BenQ, you get all those special technologies like the low blue light, the motion blur reduction, and the flicker-free technology that you might have grown used to. You get a lot of game mode options as well that allow you to see things in the dark and things like that. So overall, the XL2420G, again, highly recommend it for competitive gamers, and is a pretty amazing 144 hertz G-Sync option. Coming in at number 5 is the BenQ XL2720Z, a 1 ms response time, under 10 ms input lag, 144 hertz refresh rate monitor offering from BenQ. It gets all those cool technologies from BenQ like the low blue light, flicker-free technology, but is not G-Sync compatible, and thus only costs about $450. Still pretty expensive compared to the 60 hertz offerings out there, but overall not bad for a 144 hertz monitor. Similar to the XL2720Z is number 6 on our list, the BenQ XL2430T, which is a 24-inch 144 hertz monitor for around $400. The next monitor on this list is one of my personal favorites. It's the ASUS VG248QE. If you're not familiar with this monitor, it was probably the most popular monitor in 2014 because it was G-Sync compatible and because it was a super low input lag monitor to begin with. A lot of people didn't even upgrade to G-Sync, but if you wanted to spend $250, and still today if you want to spend like 250 bucks, you can go and have G-Sync, the G-Sync kit put into this monitor, and you'll have G-Sync ready to go. That being said, you're probably better off going with the $500 G-Sync compatible options that are already installed at this point in time. But if you want a super responsive monitor and want it cheap for around $250, this is a great option. The last three monitors on this list are budget options. I wanted to put those out there for you guys who don't have a fortune to spend. These are from about $240 to $140, starting with the Asus VS278Q-P. It's an ultra fast monitor, 1 ms response time, under 10 ms input lag. Just your basic Asus quality monitor for around $230. Next on the list is the BenQ RL2455HM. It's been used in MLG tournaments. I believe the 50HM was used in the past, and we might get a new one this year. But you know what? If you want to become a pro gamer, you're looking for a console type monitor for, you know, your Xbox One or PS4, that type of thing, this is probably the monitor to get. In terms of a cheap monitor where you're not going to spend a fortune, I think for $130 after rebate this month, you can go with the Asus VE247H. Again, super low input lag and response time monitor. That's a great deal for around 130 bucks. Okay everyone, that's all I have for you today. It's great to be back. I plan on making a ton of these videos, but as someone who writes on the internet, at the beginning of the year I have a lot of articles to update. By that I mean information gets stale, things get out of place, and you know, I do a lot of my fixing around this time of the year for those types of things. Now, for this particular topic, I have a write-up you can go to. It's right here. Go into that link and go and participate in our interactive poll to vote for which of these monitors is your favorite for 2015. And don't forget to leave me a comment because I love your feedback. Surely there are other monitors out there that are great, and maybe even a few that I've forgotten. You can also use the comment section below here or contact me on facebook.com/top10gamer for more information, for questions, or to just tell me what monitor you think I missed out on. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It helps me out if you press that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.